Hey folks, video number 3 here, as it says in the title. Made a little bit more progress on this project. That progress being the horizontal stabilizer pattern I've made, from which I will make the actual horizontal stabilizer. I've made the piece here, the pattern for the piece that will form both the top and bottom of the fuselage. Now, I made a note here. It says it's the widest point of the fuselage on my Carbon Cub. Let me start over. I have a note here that says that the widest point of the fuselage on my Sport Cub S2 is 1.5 inches. Now, I was going to make that the width of the bottom and top of my little J3 here, but when I looked at it, as far as what we've got going on here, it's too narrow. So I brought it up to 2 inches. The width is from here to here. It says right here. Lower fuselage forward end is equal with this line, and there's a dotted line representing the bottom fuselage piece that will glue up like that in between the two sides. And it says that it's 1.5 inch widest point on the S2, but I went with 2 inches, 2 inches width from here to here, right? Now, so you see here, there's a taper up. So the first pieces that I'm making they'll just be straight in the front, and they'll go from the windshield underneath. It'll go underneath, right? It'll go from this point here underneath the airplane, you know, from the left bottom to the right bottom and back. And then the top one will same thing. It'll lay on the top. This here will lay on the top and run all the way down to that little corner next to my finger there, right there. And see, do I have a pointer? Yes, I have a pointer. Pointer's better. So yeah, this is the going to be another note here. It says here a bottom fuse piece, top same without hole. So I cut out this pattern here right below my wildly pink Sharpie. So I trace this pattern here onto balsa, just like that, right? Two of them. Now the one that's going to be for the top will not have these holes here, and the one that's going to be for the top will fit horizontally right up in there like that, all the way down to there, right, like that. The one that's going to be for the bottom will have holes in it on the bottom, just like my UMX Sport Cub does for ventilation. And to make it lighter, I'll probably put a 4th hole right there. Okay. What else? Yes, we got our. So I am now ready to actually make the both sides of the airplane. And by ready, I mean I've got all my specs done. I know exactly what I need to do and how I need to do it. So I've got the exact pattern right here. Excuse me. I've got this exact pattern here, which I will use to make the actual piece as I've described in the previous videos. I'm going to use what I've drawn here to make this side piece on the left and the side piece on the right. Right, and I'm going to use what I've drawn here to make the bottom piece and the top pieces, so that'll give us all 4 dimensions of the fuselage. I'm going to use this to create the tail rudder. I'm going to use this to create the horizontal stabilizer, vertical stabilizer and tail rudder, I should say, and horizontal stabilizer and elevator. Right, and all these dimensions and stuff are totally subject to tweaking as I go along, big time. And then the cowling, even though I've got a line here, and that's how it'll look, the cowling will be just like this. Between the forward piece of the bottom fuselage and the cowling, there will be a little piece that goes up like that, up like that. So there'll be a piece going right along here between what we see drawn here and the cowling, right? And then the cowling itself I'll make separately, and I'll make that removable, so if I need to, well, for the motor installation, for one thing, I guess. Well, I'll do that actually when the plane's, you know, not all the way together. But I want to have the cowling removable for future motor replacement if needed. Let's see what else. And then I showed the wing on the previous video. Ailerons and flaps, markings, 10.2 millimeters from front to back, which is about 4 inches. So I'm going to make an exact copy of what you see there for the wing, including the ribs, for the airfoil of the wing, which will be hollow, all balsa. There you go. So what is next? I cut the sides out of balsa, I cut the top and bottom out of balsa. I make the pieces that go between the cowling and what I've got going on here. I cut those and make those. I make the cowling, and then I can glue the top and the bottom and the two sides together, and I can glue this part together underneath here, and I can have the cowling will be removable, as I said, so it'll be ready to go, but I can have it removed for further building. And then at the bottom, I'm going to also have a battery compartment at the bottom of the bottom fuselage piece here. Yeah, and what else? And then I will make the wing. Then I'll make the horizontal stabilizer and hinge it for the elevator. I'll make the rudder. And then after I do all that, I'll make the wing, and I'm going to make it in two halves. From that half will be the left half, and from there to there will be the right half. You can see there's a center line there. Yeah, so I'll make the right and left wing halves after I do what I just described doing. Yeah, the pieces for the wing halves. Now, yeah, the top and bottom of the wings will be extremely thin, 1 or 2 piece balsa pieces, and with hollow top and bottom, very, very, very thin, solid balsa, and then with very, very light ribs in between for the airfoil making, right? So it'll be shaped. So the wing will be shaped like that. It'll be shaped like that, right? And it'll be so. I'll make the ribs shaped like this, and then there will be an extremely thin skin of all balsa covering the entire wing, front to back. And this is, we'll see if this works. I mean, I'm not claiming this is going to work. This is highly experimental, which is part of the fun of it for me. What else? So we're going to make the whole fuselage, the horizontal stabilizer, etc., the rudder, vertical stabilizer, etc. And then we're going to make the wing. Right, then we'll make the wing. And after that, the only thing left to do will be to remove the cowling. As I said, I'll make it removable. Remove the cowling, install the engine. Oh, I will leave openings in the wing undersides to install the servos, flap and aileron servos. Yes, I will install. I'll install inside the fuse, easy access for later replacement. I will install the elevator and rudder servos inside here, the fuse, of course. And yeah, install the motor. Oops, install the motor, install the ESC. Prop spinner. And by gosh, after I do all that stuff, and I'll have videos about it. I try to make each one not too long or too short. I don't want people to, if anybody's interested in this project at all, I don't want them to have to watch too many videos if they're too short, or too long of videos, if they got, if they don't want to spend that much time. So there you go, that's it. And then painting, of course, scale clear windows like I did on my S2 UMX Cub a little while ago. Scale interior, scales I can make it. What else? I think I covered everything. I'm very soon buying a DX6E to replace one I had for years and just wore it out. And I'm getting a better deal on it if I buy it with the receiver. So that receiver that I'm getting, I'm buying the DX6E to fly my E-flite Twin Otter that I'm getting in 3 days. Getting my E-flite Twin Otter, 1.2 meter, in 3 days. So I'm getting the DX6E for that. What was my point? Yeah, so I got to get that, and of course I got to get all the electronics that I described, and install all the servos and electronics. And then once I get that radio, we'll see if this baby will bind up. Oh, landing gear, got to set up my landing gear so it won't break first time I take it out to fly. That'd be a bummer. And then yeah, just get everything trimmed, neutral trimmed on the ground, and tested on the ground, and then made in flight. All right, thanks a lot for watching. This is Mark at RC Crawling and Aviation Adventures. I appreciate every view, and enjoy your RC, folks. See ya. Bye-bye.